Alright, so here's the last sick video of today, and then I gotta get back to resting. So one of the things that I've been exploring lately on Turo is their premium protection coverage for host. And if you're not familiar with it, that's the highest level of coverage that they offer to host. And it's a 65-35 split that you do with Turo. Obviously, you keeping the 65%. And the difference between the premium and the standard protection is that premium covers loss of income. With the winter season we've been having and some of the accidents that people are experiencing with the cars, I definitely wanted to give that a try and see if it's worth it to pay the extra money and get that loss of income. Now, I haven't been doing it long enough and I haven't had enough incidents yet to see if it's really worth it, but I think within the next month or so I'll know. But this is to give you guys an idea of how exactly it works. So basically what they do to cover your loss of income is they take the last 60 days starting the day before the car got into an accident, and they take an average of your sales for the last 60 days and they use that as a day rate. And then based on what the repairs are, they estimate how many days the car is going to be in the shop, and they pay you out that amount, the average that they took, and then times it by the number of days that the car is going to be in the shop, and that equals your loss of income. Somehow their number always seems really low to me, so I think that taking the average of the last 60 days, I don't know if I necessarily agree with that as the way to determine what your loss of income is, because it's just not really realistic to, the amount of money that you do actually bring in revenue on that car. So far that's what I've seen. But in the end, what I have to look at is how much am I paying into that insurance, and if what they're paying out outweighs that. And so I haven't had enough incidents yet to experience that, but like I said, in about a month or so I think I should really have a good idea if that's worth it. So that's something that I'm trying out. I think it's interesting. I wish they had a better way of calculating it to have it work more in your favor, but of course I could see why they don't do that. But I'll definitely keep you guys posted, but I did want to share with you guys what the formula is that they use. So it's the last 60 days starting the day before your car got into the accident, and they take an average of your sales and come up with a day rate. And I believe the way that they determine how many days your car is going to be in the shop is they go by every 4 hours of labor, I think, if my understanding is correct of that. And then that's how they estimate what the number of days are. Oh, and here's a kicker. What they don't account for is how long it takes them to resolve your claim and pay out on your damages. So this is really interesting, and something that I was so unhappy about is, so one of my cars that got into an accident, it took them 3 weeks to finally resolve the claim and pay out on it. And none of that time went into account for the days of loss of income. So that was a huge, just major letdown, because the 3 weeks that it took them, the only holdup in those 3 weeks is them. It's their system, it's their process. It's not me, it's not my shop. Everyone on my end provided every single piece of information that they needed. So it's the systems and processes on their end that causes such a big delay and a huge loss of income for the host. And that is just absolutely horrible. So that took them 3 weeks. If you watch one of my last videos, I talk about, in my claim section, I talk about how I went through that claim with my Jeep, and that took 3 months, all because of an error on the side of the claims agent. So things like that really make it feel like I don't know if I want to pay the extra money insurance. But again, I have to do the numbers behind it once I have enough trips that have cycled through it to see. So I'll keep you guys posted, but that's definitely not a good sign in the right direction for sure. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed this one.